Hi, this is Charles
This
Castro from Fit Dad
being recorded.
Syndicate, and I have got Brian Shaver with me. What's up, Brian? How you doing?
How you doing, Chuck?
I'm
Doing
doing
well.
great, man. Thanks for popping in here. I appreciate you coming in here. And, obviously everybody wants to know, before we had met each other, what were you struggling with? Like what was going on in your, and I know that you had some issues with your dad and maybe a sense of mortality hitting 50 because you're 53. So hitting the magic number, your dad had some issues with weight and you lost him a few years ago. I know you have a family, your sons are in their 20s. You and your wife have struggled a little bit to maybe find something that's doable where you can do this into your 60s, 70s, 80s, all of that stuff we talked about. What else were you struggling with prior to meeting us?
Yeah, well, just adding on to the mortality rate. My sons are in their 20s, but I have a 10-year-old little girl too. So I wanted to make sure that I was around for a long time. Uh, she came along later in life, and I want to make sure that when she's getting married, that I'm the one that's walking her down the aisle.
That's awesome.
And I hit 50. Um, the cycle of my life is we had tried everything. My wife and I have done every fad diet, every exercise routine, and it would work, but it wasn't sustainable. I either felt terrible or you felt deprived. It just wasn't something we were going to stick to. Uh, every year, October through December, Halloween's coming up. Little girl's going to bring a ton of candy in the house. And then right after that, you have Thanksgiving. Then right after that, you have Christmas, and then the new year. Okay, I got to take some weight off. Well, uh, right before I met you, it was October. I knew Halloween was coming, and I was already way overweight. And I thought, man, I'm going to hit this holiday season, and it's going to steamroll me, and you're going to have to roll me around after the first of the year. And I didn't want to go through that cycle again.
And it didn't happen. We'll get to that in a second. So when you and I met, we were talking about all these things, and obviously, you met me on the internet. You didn't know me from Adam. We're talking. What concerns did you have about things we talked about, or what you saw when you stopped and you stopped your scroll and you saw us in the first place? What were some of your concerns that you personally had before deciding to come into Fit Dad Syndicate?
It's just it was going to be a gimmick. You see so many things there. Well, here's a product, here's a magic pill, here's a magic something, and I thought it was going to be gimmicky. I thought I'm going to invest a bunch of money in something that's going to be some kind of a gimmick. I'm not going to be able to get my money back. It's just another internet thing. One of the things that really won me over was you called me personally. You started texting me and you said, well, if you're free, I'll call you, because I inquired about it, and I was reading, and then you reached out to me personally, and I'm like, okay, that's different, and that that made a world of difference right there. But still, even in talking, my antennas were up, just to be honest. uh what kind of sales pitch is this going to be? And you just broke the program down, and I was very touched with the personal touch that came along with it.
Awesome. So, what anybody cares about here is what were your results? You came in with expectations and you had high expectations from what I remember. So, what were your results?
Well, you told me what my weight could be, and you asked me what my goal was on that first call, and I told you what my goal was, and you said, well, here's where I see you," and I laughed at you. I said, there is no way. I know me. I know my body. That'll never happen. Uh, I'm right where you told me I would be. I weigh less than I did when I graduated high school, and the step by step coaching, the hands on, the knowledge. Uh, there was a point I looked at myself. I said, okay, I'm too thin. What's the next step? And right into the next phase of the program to start building muscle and working on, and so the results are, I feel great. I I'm able to share it with my family, my sons that you mentioned. We're doing it as a family, and we're healthier for it. And life has been good. We've been blessed by it.
Awesome. I know you're 5'7", I'm 5'8", so I know you were 200 from what I remember in our notes.
Yeah.
So you came in with a 180 goal. What did you end up hitting?
This morning I was 164.
That's awesome, man. And I know one thing, you're sporting a six pack. You did not have that six pack before. So your transformation looks awesome. So, the more important thing is it's great that people hit goals. People hit goals all the time. The question and what we talk about so much is that we eradicate the problem and you put it to bed once and for all. So is this something, the way you got to this goal, is this something you think you could do for the rest of your life?
Absolutely. Uh, when you coached us through the holidays, which were my fear points, I made it through Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and was still I enjoyed Christmas. I enjoyed Thanksgiving. It was just I enjoyed the holidays. I wasn't, as you put it, the weirdo in the corner eating a salad while everyone else is eating dressing, right? And to be able to make it through those things, I was a believer from then on, and then it's just like uh, day-to-day living and planning and knowledge. The knowledge is power, and when you learn what you teach, you look back, and me and my wife look at each other. We do it all the time and say, I can't believe it was this easy. uh I can't believe that. How did we not know this? Because the knowledge that you teach is that's power for living.
And by the way, Debbie didn't pay me a dime. I want to remind you, you're able to show her what to do because you know what to do. And that's the point of it. I mean, like, always the spouse is the
Right.
benefactor in these things. So
Right.
you got to remember, there's a lot of people watching this thing, kind of debating, like, man, I don't know about this. It's online. And I totally get that. You were the same way. Every client is that way. So what would you say to somebody that's sitting here watching this interview going, man, if they're sitting on the fence, what would you say to them?
You're gonna if you take the step, you'll regret that you didn't take it sooner, uh, because you'll realize, wow, this really is doable. This is really not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Uh, I wish I would have started it a long time ago, but you'll be amazed at the transformation that comes. It is an enjoyable journey. You will enjoy watching your lifestyle change because you'll feel better, you'll look better, you'll be able to share it, and nobody's going to be more skeptical than I am. But you have somebody that will coach you every step of the way, and you're never on an island by yourself. You're never wondering what to do. You're never at a point where you say, well, I got into this and now I'm lost. There's always help. There's always support, and it's the one of the greatest decisions it is the greatest decision you'll make for your health.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. And the cool thing is, like, to see, to see Debbie have a response from it and your sons too. That's always the cool part because there's a bigger expectation for the dads and the guys and the grandpas coming in here to be the example. And it's so cool. And those are my favorite testimonies, to tell you the truth. But it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and your transformation's awesome, dude. So I just appreciate you coming on here. And if anybody, if you're sitting here and you're wondering, should I have a call or should I not? Somewhere above or below or somewhere on here, there's a link to be able to schedule a call. We're not here to sell you anything. You can come in here, find out if this is right for you, to see if our protocols resonate with you or they don't. And if they don't, that's fine. But schedule a call if this is something that resonates with you. And Brian, I just so much appreciate you, just you being part of the community. And you always will be. And that's just, I mean, we get tight in this thing. So it's kind of cool. That's the part nobody expects. You know what I'm saying? So buddies for life. And that's just what happens. So I appreciate you being part of the Art Sharpens Art community. And thank you for what you do also.
Thank you for what you've done for me.
Have a good one, dude.